Shalom, all glory, praises and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, elders and teachers of Great Millstone, the like-minded men who are pushing the same doctrine as Great Millstone but may not be part of the Great Millstone camps. Salutations to the men, women, children at Achium and Akwath, the house of David, that may be edified by this bit of information. I'm going to go through a few articles here that I found in Zero Hedge, so I'm going to go straight to it. So go straight to the point, get a few articles and a few scriptures along with these articles, and Lord's will, it'll be edifying. England ends all all C-19 passports, masks, updates, work restrictions. Going to go into the headlines here. Salakia, I'm at work at the plantation, so if you hear background noise, it's because I'm at the plantation, you know. So the headlines are: all mandates ended, work restrictions ended. Yeah, restrictions included 19 passes, mask mandates and work from home requirements will be removed in England. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced on Wednesday. Johnson also suggested that self-isolation rules may also be thrown out at the end of March. Yeah. Effective immediately, the UK government is no longer asking people to work from home. The pass mandate for nightclubs and large events won't be renewed. It expires in January 26th. And from Thursday, indoor mask wearing will no longer be compulsory anywhere in England. The requirement for secondary school pupils to wear masks during class and in communal areas will also be removed from the Department of Education's national guidance. Roaring cheers from lawmakers could be heard in the House of Commons following Johnson's announcements on masks. Yeah, so this goes to scriptures. Go back to the article. I'm going to go straight to the point. I think you all probably know where I'm going on this. The scripture will be Book of Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, because Esau lies, is a master of deception, and you'll say something and do another. Yeah. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right now in England especially, they're humbling themselves because the people are catching on to what's really going on. You know, the venom juice isn't working. It's actually doing the opposite. It's, you know, it's making people pass into the next realm. Yeah, and people are clocking onto it. All right. Though he humble himself, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. The enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, and this is what they're doing. Yeah, don't trust in the smooth words. In fact, I'll get that in a second actually. Words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. But in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. And that's what it is. What we're seeing here in England is it's trying to put people back to sleep. So, you know, end of the day, we've got to be circumspect. We've got to be circumspect. Yeah? Because you shouldn't trust them. Got this one first. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And what he's doing right now, over here, is pulling back. Yeah? And they'll do it across the world as well. But they'll come out with something else. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Ephesians 5 and 15. Let's go and get that first. We've got to be circumspect. 5 and 15. See that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Because they're not going to let up. They're not going to let up. They are, for a while, they'll speak smooth words. Yeah, saying, oh yeah, we're going to give you this, we'll do this and we'll do that. But, yeah. That's wrong, sorry, so like I got the wrong one. Psalm 55. Okay. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So right now, they're saying, oh yeah, we're going to pull back on this and pull back on that. Yeah, but they'll come out with something because of the devil, and his devices is always up to trickery, always up to wickedness. Micah 2 and 1. You know, woe to them that devise iniquity. In fact, I'm going to get that. I'm just going to quickly get that. So lucky if it's all over the place, but I'm trying to just get this video done while I'm at work, while I've got an opportunity. Why is it not? Search. Let's do it this way. So for this. There we go. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power of their hand. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to practice this iniquity. They're going to implement new rules down the line. They're going to come up with something else down the line, because you can't trust them. Yeah, and they're not going to let up this the little bit of power that they've got. They're not going to let up on it. Yeah. Get to this word.
Strong's H6213. Asa.
To do, fashion, accomplish, to make. To work, to make, produce. So they're going to practice it. You know, that's what that's because it's in the power of their hands. They're going to eventually crack down on the people, because it's in their nature to do so, because they're control freaks. Esau's a control freak. Yeah. So just they've come out with this policy. So just don't trust them. Simple as that. You know. Look, we've got here. South African scientists confirm the venom extras offer little protection. See, the science, false science, so called, yeah, forgers of lies. I'm gonna get that soon. That's what they are. Why is it not going into the thing? Yeah. Basically, there's the headlines. It's taking its time. South African scientists confirm extra venom juice offer little protection. So you know, Esau's been made bare. He's been shown to who he is. Yeah. Uncover thy leg. Cover that. Yeah. I'm gonna get. Sorry. So like I'm gonna get this first. Job 13. 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value, professing science falsely so called. 1 Timothy. 1 Tim. 6. Here we are. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. Let's go into this word science. To know.
Strong's G 1108. Gnosis. Gnosis.
You see? Knowledge signifies in general intelligence, understanding. And what's being made clear here is that Esau's got no understanding. Yeah? And it's been made bare. See if I can remember that one. I think it's Jeremiah 49. It's Jeremiah. Oh, let's get those two mixed up. There we are. Yeah. It's got Jeremiah 49 and 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Is wisdom no more in Teman? You know, Teman are the wise men of the Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Yeah. Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Yeah, it's vanished, and this is what we're seeing. You know, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is basically how Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is taking it away. He's revealing Esau for who he really is, which is a base man. You know. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. And that's eventually what's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to be not. It's going to be not. I mean, I heard about an article that Elder Malcolm was going through. That Elder Malcolm was going through the other day. Because he was rebuking a guy on TikTok, and this guy. So if you go onto Elder Malcolm's channel, you'll see it. Rebuking a guy on TikTok about basically he wants to save Esau, or let's not be like them, blah 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 blah. You know the talk, the coon talk, yeah. And this guy, because the guy was complaining about another person dancing at the fact that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, basically they're dying at a faster rate than they're actually being born. Yeah, and the man was like, oh well, we shouldn't rejoice at that. Yeah, we should rejoice at that because they're our enemy. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua's enemy and they're our enemy. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Simple as. They're the enemy. Psalms 83 goes into that. Yeah, at the top of the list for being the enemy. So yeah, you know, Esau's being made bare. His science is false science. You know, and we see the workings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua manifesting each day. You know, so I've got another headline here. So this is all in zero heads, so I'm going to go through a quick few headlines. Only Cold War fools hit replay on Doomsday. And it's not that. I mean, the headline just says that they're going back to the Cold War, you know, against Russia, this, that, and the other. We know what's going on in Ukraine. We know what's going on with Russia, you know, and with China and the South China Sea. Yeah. So only Cold War fools will hit replay on Doomsday, and it's not that. This is what it is. We go in. There's two scriptures here. I'm going to go for Daniel first, but the point I want to make is in Psalm, Proverbs, Psalm. Daniel first, 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. And this is where we are. Yeah, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua set up Esau because Esau was promised by Isaac to have the dew of the earth and heaven. This is where we are right now. Yeah, where they're being in rulership, and all they've done is destroy and kill because that's what they're designed to do. Because they're the wicked. Right? But you know, they said that and said that basically, oh, they're going back to the Cold War days, and it's not that. It's this. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And right now, we're in a time of war. You know, that's where it is. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is bringing through the prophecies. Yeah, the prophets are speaking it, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is bringing it, and eventually Yahweh Shai will return. Yeah, and to finally take out Esau, because we're in a time of war. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Yeah, and this is where we are in a time of war right now. And this is where the war drums are beating, the prophecies are coming. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is visiting the earth with tempests. You know, we've seen the Isaiah 29 and 6, visiting the earth with tempests and with floods. Yeah. We've seen that in Tonga the other day. It's happening on a daily basis because of 2nd Esdras 9. Yeah, all the prophecies are here, you know. We've got 2nd Esdras 15 happening, 2nd Esdras 16 happening. Every day there's something happening, you know. We've got division of the nations, Mark 3 and 25, and Matthew 12 and 26. So it's that, yeah. A house divided cannot stand. If Satan be divided against himself, how can he stand? Quickly get that. And if Matthew 12 and 26, there's letters, the words are in red, so it's Yahweh speaking. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself, how shall then his kingdom stand? And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the prophecies come true. You know, Esau's divided against Esau. The bears, you know, the bears rousing up, Ezekiel 38. And yeah, we just see, what can you say? If you can't see it, then as the elders and apostles and teachers say, then, you know, you're either Isaiah 6 and 9, or you just, you know, completely lost, man, basically. You know, we've got supermarkets report food shortages after Canada imposes trucker mandate, venom juice mandate, yeah. We've got famines. So if I can go to this, it's lucky if it's taken time. And I was going through a few articles, getting a few scriptures with them, so Lord's will, it's edifying. But there's that much going on, you know what I mean? Wars, famines, look, supermarkets report food shortages after Canada imposes trucker mandate, yeah? Vicky Venom mandate. We've seen the empty shelves in Americas. Over here in England, we've got inflation, empty shelves as well. But what they're doing is they're putting different items in the shelves so they don't look that empty. But you can see the prices are going up. So it's going to go from inflation to hyperinflation. It ain't going to get, we don't want it to get better. We want it to continue. Because fuck this place, man. Let's get out of here. Yeah? But Satan divided. Here are the highlights from Biden's longer than expected press conference. The latest Tucker Carlson, Ukraine segment sent to liberal media and political. Yeah? Because Satan's divided against Satan. What did Tucker Carlson say? Said something about basically if a country. Yeah, so defining Ukraine's sovereignty and integrity as a core security interest of the United States akin to possession of Massachusetts is a form of insanity. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if America had a country saying, oh yeah, we're going to put weapons in Mexico, what would they do? You know? So, but at the end of the day, as we know, man's going of the Lord, the king's heart is in the Lord's hand. Yeah, I've just read that, Proverbs 21 and 1. So that's it really. A few more articles. 5G network deployed in the US spawns cluster of disruption. You know what? You know, going to look, Florida citrus crop to be smallest since, you know, it's a famine. So I'm going to end it with a few scriptures on the famines. There we are. We've got tempest, fire and floods. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh, of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. That's what's happening. Judgment's going out. So, yeah. So many. Where am I? Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah? Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through with the wants of fruits of the field. So I'm just going to end it with Ephesians 6. It's like it was all over the place, but I'm just trying to get a few articles in there and a few points across. Ephesians 6. I'm going to end it with this. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armour of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Yeah, because we see him working, we see in the tricks that he's playing. The water, for allowing us to see, me to see and hear the words of the prophets. Yeah, and the elders and the teachers, apostles of the great millstone. The water for that. 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's what it is, a battle for the mind, yeah, and a battle for your spirit, yeah. Wherefore, 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armour of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, his tricks, his traps, yeah, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Yeah, with that, I'm going to end it there. Lord's will, it was edifying. Shalom.